I'm finishing fine. I'm finishing well. All right. So your commitment to finish this course within even scheduled time is very, very is important to us. Okay. And I know there are different distractions, or well, we can call it reasons. I don't know. We call it I call it distractions. I call it reasons. You can call it factors that may actually be contending with doing the exams. Different factors, but whatsoever it is, there is need for you to give it a very bold approach. All right, in ensuring that it's you get done with handling this course. Okay, you have nothing to lose. When you pass your exam, you get reimbursed. Of course, yes, 3 months into orientation, you get reimbursed for your $350. So everything comes back to you. So you have lost nothing. All right, and then you have even become equipped more. All right, so I think that's a good way to go. Okay, thank you for your cooperation this week, as it has been projected that we are starting fully. Okay, we already have a landing platform, like a soft landing, which actually was the onboarding aspect of this program. All right, for those of you that may be joining for the first time, I would want to encourage you to go through the materials and videos. It's on our website. When you log into our LMS, then you can come in, you can check the links for videos. So, and you can also go to YouTube and search for RPA. All right, and then it brings it to you. So you can get all this. You can assess these materials and see what we said and how things went all through last week. Okay, and so this week I would want to say that we'll still do some of those things. For those of you that were around last week, we'll still do some of those things we did last week, but not exactly the way we did those things, and not everything that we did last week. So it becomes a plus for those that have been around to have another layer of another layer of knowledge or exposure into what RPA and into everything about RPA, as it were. And for those that are just joining, all right, I would want to say that you have not lost anything. Okay, just gather yourself and be courageous to start the journey. Okay. All right, so now the first we have on our schedule, we are meant to look at RPA basics. And like I said, for those that have been around, it may serve as another layer of knowledge. And for those that are just joining, it's something new. All right, so we'll just run through things and then we hit the second lesson, and then we also do some things. Okay, but then again, I need to find out. Let me know who is in my class. All right, it's a virtual environment, so some of my assumptions may be wrong. Okay, let me find out. If you are just joining this class for the first time, okay, can I see your hands up? If this is your first time, I will use that data to run. Okay, I'm seeing some hands here. Okay, right, I can see Latif, Golao, Olusegun, Duroshomo, Daniel Ibikitan. All right. Yeah, these ends they are for those that are just joining us for the first time. Okay, Domore, Lucky. All right. All right. So, okay. So we have 3 heads. Those are just joining now. Amongst those that are just joining us, don't lower your heads yet. Amongst those that are just joining us, who amongst you has visited or has used any of our materials, the recorded one, all the recorded materials, maybe some or part or whole. Now, so if you have used any of those materials, I will expect your hands to still be up. If you have checked any, you have seen any. Okay. All right. Okay. So you can lower your hands now. You can see a mix of 3, 4 persons. Okay. So if you have not used accessed the materials at all, you are just coming in like a greenhorn, like you are just new. Okay. Can I have your hands up? All right. So I've been able to streamline my search. Okay, so we have 2 persons. All right. Okay, you can lower your hands then. So I should take into consideration Latif Golan and Lucky, yeah, Sawa. Oh, please. Yeah, to the practice test. Someone is asking for the practice test. Is it for the exam? Do you mean the exam? Practice test for exam? I suppose, yes, it should be that. I sent it somewhere. Where was that? I think it was on this page. Okay, so I'll look for it and resend again. Yeah, I will send again. Perhaps I would send it there, send it to Telegram and pin it. Yeah, and pin it on Telegram page because it's one of the important messages. Okay, great, David Lukoya. Thank you for that. Thank you. You are here. Thank you. Thank you. Now, for those of you that are just joining, we have a schedule meant to be introduction to you.
Prof, I think we lost the audio.
Hello, 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 hello.
The audio is very low, sir.
Very low,
Yes.
very low. Oh. Okay, and nothing has changed from my end in terms of physical infrastructure, my voice. So I will look at. It's good now. Oh,
Good now.
Yeah, it's good.
could it?
It's loud now.
It could be this one main issue, internet. That's the only thing I can use to explain it because nothing has changed. Okay, thank you. Thank you for that feedback. All right. One is saying it's still low. Okay. Thank you for that feedback. I will amplify. So we are expected to go through the training and through some schedule we have already pushed on the platform. That's on the website. Okay. So I was saying that we are supposed to go through RPA basics, and under that we are supposed to look at history of automation, RPA and AI, RPA and automation, RPA and emerging ecosystem, industries best suited for RPA. Now, all these, what I would do so that the larger percentage of those that are here who happen to have been part of the move, so that they will not be bored, being adult learners. Okay, so I would encourage new ones to simply go just go. It's nothing serious. Sincerely speaking, it's nothing serious. It's simply theory. Everything is it's just theory. Talk, 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 and talk. All right. So that may cater for for lesson 1. So I will not have to talk about history of automation, the story of work, RPA and AI, RPA and automation. I will not have to talk about that. Okay. Well, to just get this very clear that RPA, that's robotics process automation. It is it's a move. It's a development in software. Should I still say software development? Yes, it's a way of making things, especially business enterprise, become better, such that you don't have to do repetitive work by yourself. I mean, as humans, you commit this to robots, all right, and a robot does the work. So, and these would only apply to certain task that we are involved in, especially in the business world. Okay. So those are the things, some of those things you will see in the RPA basics. Okay, and also another point of emphasis is that it's useful in accounting, in manufacturing, in certain in a number of fields, industries, and again, even in industries, the departments like HR, finance, all those places where administrative things, business-oriented tasks are carried out. All those places, it's very, very useful in those kinds of places. Okay, so I would now need to just move to UiPath, introduction to UiPath, and I will be very fast about it. And so we'll just move like that. Okay, so welcome once again. All right. The moment. Share my slide. I want to share my screen with you. Yes, would you? I'm very much with you. I have not lost audio source. Short moment. Yeah, can you see my screen now? Okay, let me just remove all. Can you see my screen? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. All right,
Sir.
so
Yes, we can see.
all right, so I just want to speed you up. What lesson 2 it's all about. Of course, in lesson 2, you are meant to talk about introduction to UiPath, look at its products, robot and their types, studio overview, orchestrator, all of that. Then look at features of studio. This is very important, features of studio. All right, even despite what we have looked at last week, we still have quite a few things that we probably have not touched, even as regards the features of studio. We may not even be able to touch everything, but we'll keep looking at it. All right. So now, of course, we need to also understand the source of all this. I mean, the company we are dealing with, the UiPath itself. Yeah, it's a software company, founded in 2005. Good. One wonderful thing that I would like to just mention about this company, and I keep saying that I like their business model. Their vision is I deployed what I call social entrepreneurship. I don't know the name they gave to theirs, but what I mean by social entrepreneurship is that they tried to um, to provide service for they were interested in provide service at first rather than making profits. All right, so they really put the right thing ahead. All right, so theirs was to provide service, and in the process, someone please, I encourage you to mute yourself. Yes, please mute yourself. Uh, and sometimes it's possible that intentionally you do not intend to unmute, but once in a while, when you are in a public class like this, just look at your screen and see if um, your mic is still on mute. All right, thank you. Okay, so I really enjoyed that about their business model. They provided service, not that they were crazy looking for money. And the same way, actually, something similar like that we can make us to also thrive. I mean, as individual and as a group, providing service, ahead of being keen about making profits in the immediate in the immediate term. So I want to encourage us to also do this. So, and that's how they grew, and they grew so expansively that they have become world's leading software company as regards robotics process automation. There are other competitors outside there, but they are really doing well. And of course, that's why we can also access some of the materials, and as it were, I will call it maybe scholarships, all right, providing us even an environment with which we can build and see how to develop robots. Now, I need to also point out to you that there is the enterprise version of this UiPath Studio. That's the development environment. All right. So the enterprise version exists. Okay, so but then you could still use this to a very large extent to get all that you need to get from it. Okay, right. The UiPath is built upon three components. We call it UiPath suite architecture, the studio, the robot, the orchestrator. Okay, what we do in the studio, what you are seeing, you are seeing this your studio right now. That's what you see now is studio. That's studio. Okay, so it's you do the design there, then you, of course, robot we execute it, and then there is this other one called orchestrator that helps to manage your robot, manage your data, and manage how everything works. Okay, so it's like the main driver. Without the orchestrator, the wonderful job done in studio will not make any sense. Okay, all right. So I move that. We have different types of robots. We have the attended, the unattended. Okay, just to clear this, attended is that you need to be there. The unattended is that you don't need to be there. Only the software is self-powerful to run itself. All right. Okay, so without wasting too much of our time on that, so I will just go into the interface also very speedily. All right. I want to fulfill all righteousness as regards following the timetable. At the same time, ensure that we have things to take home. Though we have some of our big guns who have gone ahead of us, notwithstanding, you don't mind. All right, the studio. Okay, when you open your studio, you see this. Now you see what you see is this. Before this, you see a window, small windows open up, asking if you want to, you know, come into studio. If you want to go into tutorial, permit me. If you want to go into, if you want to watch a demo, a short demo, all those options are there. And so you can just close it, and then you come into this place. All right, for the few persons just joining us, when you explore this, I say I've told you, but for you to have your efficacy, to have it so much active. Now, all these places, you see, they are clickable places. All right, all these tabs, they are clickable places. Just click on them and see what is in them. A lot of things are there. And as big as what you see, the whitish part is, it's been divided into 4: the open, the new project, the open recent, the new from templates. Okay. All right. So for now, what you just need to what you need to bother yourself with is this place called new project. That's a process. All right. That's when that's when you want to start. But then there are other things you can look at in this place. The themes, the tools, the settings. Okay. I need to mention this very first. The settings is important. The tools is very important. You need to activate your extensions. These extensions are very useful because you'll be needing them in as you automate. And these extensions, your browser, your studio must be connected. They should see each other. All right. Without you installing your browser extensions, you will not be able. You won't be able to do much. Okay. All right. So that's about this side. So I move straight into going into let's say a new project. I'll just start something new. Okay. To many of us, this is not let me name this. I think today is 14. 14J. 14 June. All right. Let me just name it that way. Okay. Something I did not do. I did not give you description. I should have put given a description at least for class demonstration purpose so that you can see how it goes. So they are also eager. All right. So so while you start a new process, and it launches successfully, or it loads successfully, then you have your main workflow with you. Okay, so now again, I'll still want to you for the new ones. Latif, I think Latif Gola, I can also see that I think you are raising some issues on the Telegram page. So I would still want to encourage you. The reason is I have my reasons. I will encourage you to go through this, all this. But then, what do you exactly need to go through? All the buttons, all the clickables you look at. For instance, this sequence, flow chart, state machine. You have all these things even in your manual. Yes, there's a PDF. I encourage you to look at it. Okay. All right. So you have all these. Check each of these things. See what do we have in them. Okay. One of those things. There are many things that will interest them. But one of those things that will interest you. It's to see how it works before going to manage packages. We call this place activities panel, and we call this place the big whitish place designer panel. Okay. From the word activities, it's been named after this highlighted button. Then we can also have project panel from this place, but of course for now just take it that this place is called activities panel. Okay, and then we have this as the designer panel. This place are the properties being named after this. Okay. Someone said he had issues. I think it was Olalekan Mohammed that was having issues with his workflow. I don't know if he has resolved that for now, or I may just use his case to do some demonstrations. Yeah. Okay. And I could see that some good friends have been trying to provide help. Okay, so we can just look at it together and see what's Olalekan Mohammed. Have you been able to resolve your issue?
No, sir. I tried installing it on a different PC. Though this one I'm using, it is perfectly working well. But the other one that I was trying to install it on, it wasn't working when I tried launching the bot. So I've not been able to resolve it.
Okay. So it worked on the device. It did not work on another device.
Yes.
Also, yes. So that's at least that's a good news. That nothing is wrong with your with what you did. Okay. So this could be what do we call it now? This it could be systems files, issues.
Maybe because the error it's showing was like, I think the keywords in the error was installation issues or so. The error code.
Condition. Okay. Alifo Johnson, do you want to say something? You opened up your mic, you're muted, and so it became noise for us here.
Okay. Like I want to ask which version of computer did he install his UiPath that wasn't working? Hello?
No, it's actually installed. It's installed, but when I tried creating hello world message just to test it after I finished installing, so when I tried launching it to run the file, just that simple hello world message, so it started displaying the error message.
Okay, have you tried to install to run another activity? Have you tried it with another activity?
Yes, it's still the same issue.
Let me come in. I don't know. Did
Uh,
you notice?
what
Did you notice that if your robot is connected?
Okay, you know what we will do? You know what we'll do? We'll save this issue. We'll save it for good resolution towards the end of the class. We'll save it. Else, some other issues will be coming up. So, Rahim Olalekan, you already have a friend in Alifo Johnson. Okay, so yeah, instead of typing into Telegram page, Latif, you can simply push it into this place. This is class. That one, the Telegram page is it's more or less a market where we just talk about things, and so this is the class. All right, it's not everyone that is on Telegram page, but mind you. Okay. All right. So please, Alifo, don't quit until we have resolved the Rahim Onalikon's issue. Okay. So look at that, and I will also encourage that maybe you restart. But then let's leave that. Now back to what I was thinking. I wanted to do that's to just show the new ones that are just joining us. Now I said this is activities activities panel. The designer panel. All right, a quick demonstration of that is to just to bring something small in here. It is about the smallest, just to have just one output to the land. Okay, now see, now I typed in message box into this search activities field. All right. So what informed my input is based on experience. All right. So that you'll not be thinking that how did I arrive at message box and not another thing. Okay. It's just that we all started from somewhere. Okay. All right. So message box. It's either you double click or you click and drag it to this place. All right. If you try to put it elsewhere where you can see it's telling you no, there is no space for this, it comes to this place. That's Adenijipo. Adenijipo, you need to mute your mic. Adenijipo. Need to mute. Okay, thank you. All right, so now this is what Odami was saying, that once you bring in your message box, you have a sequence. Of course, it comes in a sequence. Okay, and okay, so this is message box being dragged into this. Now this you are seeing, it's like a default container that understands that environment, that okay, you are bringing in this, and you know what you want to do. It's not possible for it to exist alone. It must come in a parcel, like come with in a package. So that's why you have sequence. Okay, that's how you have this sequence. All right. We can add to it, like you see plus. You can add to it above it. You can put other things if you like. We can still use the same message box. Put it above. All right. And now again, when we bring in any activity, of course, by good practice, which we should learn, and don't be like me, a lazy person. All right. So good practice says rename your sequence and each of your activities. All right. So you rename by pressing F2 or you right click on it. All right. So rename it, right click, whichever one you want to do. Rename it to output. So output. Okay, output. Yeah. So that's the name of the. Does it make sense? Output. Just for me that. Okay. That's the name of the sequence. You can change it. Still press the same F2 on your laptop or your keyboard, and then it highlights it, and then you can change it. All right. Okay. Yeah. I should point your attention to this icon. The icon you are seeing here. You will notice, or let me ask, what are you seeing? Can you describe where my mouse is, what my mouse is hovering on? Let me
Up
check.
and down arrow.
You say what?
It's just like up and down arrow.
Your mouse is
Just
on
like
design
that.
view.
Okay, up and down. Okay, up and down arrow. Okay, all right, thank you. Now,
Moving on slowly.
okay, get that. Okay, yeah. Now, up and down arrow, fine. And you see, what else can you see? Is that Rachel?
No, it's Amara.
Amara. Okay, Rachel. Okay, what else can you see apart from up and down arrow?
Sequence output.
Okay, apart from that, any other thing?
There's a write-up, type, sequence, name, output. Is that what you're asking?
No. Apart
I
from
think the up
this,
and down arrow it's
apart
inside
from yeah.
it's inside the bracket.
Okay, good. Exactly.
It's
Okay,
like a flow chart.
no. Okay, good. It's good you are bringing that up. I will clarify now so that I will not get confused. Don't worry. Yeah. Okay. Okay, we can all mute our mics now. Don't forget. I know you have made contributions. Please don't forget to mute your mics. All right. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Inyang, I can see your hands up. I will acknowledge you in due time. Okay. Okay, so now we have up and down arrow using the language of Amarachi, and then someone helped us to say that, okay, we have this in a bracket. Perfect. Okay, the up and down arrow, you see one is on top of the other one, and it goes in a linear way. It simply tells us to just represent the fact that whatever we'll be doing in this container called sequence, it's going to be linear. It's going to be linear. It's going to be from one end A to B to C. So no branching. It's just a linear thing. So sequence is a linear arrangement of activities. Okay. Unlike flowcharts. In flowcharts, you won't see this up and down. You see something you see an icon that represents branching, like as though if I get to the market, maybe my proposition before leaving home is to get watermelon, okay, and then I also came out with some money, let's say with 1,000 naira, and getting to the market, I'm seeing something different. Maybe I saw what I saw instead is apple. Okay, and now the price of apple is not the same as that of watermelon. I will need to take decisions based on the money I have with me and based on my desire of what I wanted to take. So that decision, we'll have it in flowcharts. We'll have it in flowchart. We won't have all those decisions in sequence. In sequence, it is what has been arranged from so place to so place until you get to the end. Don't stop. Okay, so that's sequence. So that's, you can see the blue arrows, pursuing each other. So just that sense. All right, and then the bracket, it's talking about being encapsulated in a container. All right, so that's what the bracket, it's simply it's talking about. Okay, now we have this message box, and I said you should rename, and then also annotation is very important. Must learn to give annotation. What is annotation? Annotation is like a message that you provide, a description you provide at every point to a particular activity, so that in the company of developers, software developers, even for us, regards people that are not around you, they can relate with what you want to do and understand just by reading your annotation. Oh, this bot is to generate results. Result is to generate results. Yeah, they can results or result, whatever. Result and output, is that not tautology? If I say result output, it depends on context anyway. Result outputs. So your code developers, once they see this, okay, once you are done, all right, so you can just click out and then this is there. All right. So code developers, once they see this, they see it, they can read the description you are giving to your sequence, and they can see the annotation. Okay, this is what this is about. And they can also make modifications if they feel they should. Okay. Then you come to message, rename it, hit F2 on your keyboard. All right. And give it a name. Class results. Okay. If you want to give this, okay. Let's just leave it at that. All right. So now, so this is an activity called message box. There are a lot of other activities with different names within this gentle looking studio. In fact, there are other things you can do apart from just going through your activities. You can there are resources that you can bring even into this. Let's, for instance, if you come to snippets, let's just assume. Okay, let's just pick this. This is a friendly one. Now, let's just bring in delay for 10 seconds. So this delay for 10 seconds that is above message box, it means that before message box provides an output, is going to delay for 10 seconds. But this, okay. All right, we are not building anything complex yet, nothing serious. All right, now take note of this again, that now, Latif Gola, can you read what I have inside this field? Can you read it?
Text must be quoted.
Okay, the kind of quotation is expecting from us is for you, hit your shift and quotation button, I don't. Yeah, that's a double quote, and then place your cursor in between and insert your text within the quotes. Okay, so you can, whatever you want to put here, you can put it there. You can put anything you want. Now, whatever you are putting there, it's a kind of data that we'll call it you can call it a string. Now let's just say I got okay, let me leave this. I got 85%. I must be a very brilliant person. Okay, I got 85%. Okay. Now, before I did that, you notice all the blue flags, all of them shouting and making noise. Okay, so just want to show you that. Latif, voila. So I got 85%. And okay. Okay. Now, how we do something, I just want us to see the way this works and see if it even works. All right, so I'm taking delay 10 seconds of this place. Where's delete? Okay. Save. And I'm what? Can you see anything? I doubt. Can you see the result?
No.
Not
Okay.
yet, sir.
Okay, I can see it from my hand. Don't worry. I understand why. Let me stop. Okay, let me share. Yeah, I get it. Okay, so this is the result. I'm sure you can see it now.
Yes.
All right, I got it 5%. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so now let me share what I want to demonstrate. Requires you to see everything. So let me share my screen and not just Windows. Stop sharing. Is John aware in this class? Oh, yes, I can see him.
Yes, I am, sir.
Okay. What of Seal? And is it John Ibrahim? I think I've seen John Ibrahim. Okay, yeah. Please unmute your mic with Wisdom Stevens. All right, can you see my screen now? Yes, I answer.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So without this, I'm saving and I'm running it. Just you can count from your hand the number of seconds it takes to bring the output. All right, I got it 5%. Okay, that's it. All right, what I want to bring out from there is you can bring this in. You can, there are reusable resources that you can use. Okay, and let me see how it will go. Delay 10 seconds. Let's see if it's going to take the same number of seconds when it gives us output. Okay, I don't know if you noticed that this had a 10 seconds delay because it came out much longer. I don't know if you noticed that. Okay. All right. So now what I want to say is, of course, delay is useful in uh, some kinds of activities. There are other things you can use, but what I want to bring out from there is there are materials that you can use and bring into your automation. This is a workflow on its own. Let me show you a more complex one. Let's say we want to use the calculator automation. This is not a simple one. Now, okay, this is all right. The whole of this, right? The whole of this now, it's call it calculator. All right. Okay. All right. So now you see that we have this workflow. This is one I just brought in. All right. So inside a bigger workflow, as it were, inside another sequence. So we have this. All right. Now, if you don't name your sequence, you may get some things wrong, even when you are running or you are debugging your file, because you won't be able to differentiate which activity it's having this data. The reason is because the name is the same. So that's the reason why you need to rename your activity. Okay. All right. So now I don't need this. I just want to use it to drive home a point on you using other workflows, even in your own work. Okay. Now, let me see if I can use this to talk about variables. But before I talk about variables, I will need to still talk about properties panel. Here we see properties of this. Let's look at properties of the sequence calculator. Anything? Nothing. Out of this, do you have some things that we can change here? Maybe yes. Okay. Okay. Now, what this is the place where the properties of this activity is being analyzed, and is where you can modify the properties and into something that it's really suiting. Okay, now let me check again to see if this will be able to help us answer some questions that have come up in the past, like issue of variables. Remember, someone was raising something, question around variable. Okay. All right. So by default, because I brought in a calculator automation, I don't need to say workflow again, and so I have all these variables come along with it. Okay, the win folder is a string. All right. The string, the result value. Where is the result value? This is the result value. There's a variable like that. This is it. The result value is also a string. Okay. All right. Now the scope of the win folder, which is a string, the scope is it's within this sequence called sequence calculator, as we can see it. All right, great. So it has provided what I was looking for. Now, making if you remember, John, I think it was you, we're trying to look at scope, and I was looking for a set of activities that will give me such automation where I can use to describe this point. All right, now this win folder is a string, and then the scope is within sequence calculator. Yeah, this one. So that means that the variable can only operate within this sequence. It's localized. Yes, that's just the word. It's localized, and it can only work within this sequence. Okay, now but if I want this variable called win folder to be globalized, like to work in the entire sequence, so I have to click this output. Where is it now? Output. All right, so by so doing, this variable, the variable called win folder, that variable becomes a global variable, something that you can use it in the entire sequence. Do you understand what scope does now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's clear now, sir.
Okay, all right, thank you. All right. So now, but if you remember, there were two variables that came with this sequence. The sequence renamed into sequence calculator. Now, only one, the result, the win folder, has been globalized. Only this one can work in sequence output. This one will still be restricted to the sequence calculator. Okay. But if you also want to make the result here, the variable here rather, if you want to also make it work in a bigger environment, in the bigger sequence, all right, bigger container, then you can also globalize it. Click on this, and then it becomes accessible. All right. Now, I would to really understand this. Oh, I will take it to where it was. Calculator. All right. So as long as you are here, you can see this. All right. But when you come to this place, you can't see any variable. Reason is because the variable here is just for this one. It's just for the sequence calculator. But when you globalize this, then it becomes something you can that you can where is this coming from now? Please mute yourself. Please mute yourself. Yeah, Ajao Abidemi, yes, I see your hands up. Oh, is it about time? I mean, what's the time? Wow. So, yeah, Ajao Abidemi, I see your hands up now. Ajao Abidemi, okay, Joe Oshubu.
Yes, sir. I've been raising my hand. I don't know if I've been trying to call your attention. Sir, on my end, it's just that delay. This is not showing the what's it called? The dependencies.
Okay, the delay.
Yes. You have 10 seconds, 1 second, but here is there's nothing. There's just delay.
Okay.
Are you sure you went to snippets? Hope you didn't enter it in activities.
Oh, okay. I'll correct that now. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Oh, sorry, James. Emiade. Yeah, he's been having poor network. Okay, all right. So we're supposed to go on break. I think all our reps they did not remind me. So I
We're
try.
enjoying the class.
I've
Sorry.
dedicated. Okay, thank you, sir. I've dedicated that responsibility. So you would not blame me. You have to blame all of us. So all of us are responsible. Okay, so I think maybe we should just.
The class is interesting as well, sir.
Thank you, Rahim Odadeko.
Honestly, the class is interesting. Forgot
Sir,
that break.
what do you say?
I say the class is very interesting. We forgot that we had break.
Sorry, so sorry. Thank you. So shall we still go on break? I see one hand up, and we need to.
So we can still proceed on the break and come back in 10 minutes time.
Okay, good suggestion. Okay, all right. So in
Break time.
what's the time now?
Yeah.
Let me check my timepiece. So in Nigerian time, by 8:22 we should be back. It's 8:12 now. By 8:22 we should be back. All right. So enjoy your break. Thank you.
Who is there? Maleku Salam. Why Maleku? You. I'll flog you. Hmm? Yeah, just coming in. Yeah. See this thing. Let me key this thing. See. Okay, money there. Let me kill this thing. Not much. See, I don't fly for that. Like I don't even kill out that thing. How you work, babe?
Okay, I think we should be rounding off our break. It's a short one. All right, so I hope we have not started dinner.
No, sir.
Okay.
Sir, please, I have a question.
Okay, let me entertain that. Let me see if it is such question I can entertain at this time. Let me have it.
Okay. That's Okay. I eventually was able to do the set the delay time. So
Okay.
you mentioned something about scope.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So I know it's like to choose which this thing if it's going to work for all the outputs or something. Why I didn't get that aspect well.
Okay, let me go over it. It's still something we should look at since we have not moved so seriously far from it. Okay. Yeah, I remember I was talking. Yes. Yeah, about output. Now just look at this. This is we talked about sequence already, and I talked about naming. So you know that this sequence is the mother sequence. Do you understand what I mean by mother sequence?
Yes, sir.
Great. All right. And then this one, I will give it a name. I'll call it if you have mother sequence, then we should have a child sequence. That means it's already it's subsumed within the mother sequence. Okay, and of course the names accept us to spell them out.
Okay,
Now,
sir, please, how did you create this sequence?
This one?
Yes, calculator.
Great. This sequence, I did not create it. I created only the ones you saw. I don't know where you joined us. I only created message box activity in the sequence. That was all. But I felt, okay, I should not restart. I should not start building another workflow from scratch. And so I simply leverage on existing workflows that exist in the area, that are something like resource that you can use. Like this one, it will work as a calculator, and I got it from snippet.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, the same thing with delay. Now we have normally, let me go to, I'm moving to activities. Let me check if we have an activity. There is actually in activities. Now, good. Can you see this? This is a delay activity.
Yes.
All right, great. Okay, so I can use this, and then I may just decide to at least leverage on something that exists before, and then bring it in to use in my homework. I will just do some adaptations, and then I move. Do you get? So that's where I got this from. All right, that's where I got it from. You can explore. You can explore. I was simply trying to. I remember what took me there was to tell us that everything you need for your workflow is not as if everything must come from your activities panel. There are other things you can use, libraries, you can consult. It's like you want to study for exam. You don't just read lecturers' handouts. That in universities where they are using handouts, you don't just read the materials given to you. You also need to consult the libraries or consult the internet, now that we have internet and all that thing. So that was what took me to we exploring snippets. All right, and then if you come to manage packages, let's see what manage packages. I don't know. Are we okay with the issue of scope, variable type, and
yes,
variable scope? Okay. So we see the way it works now. Great. Okay, so now, if we may quickly look at manage packages, and even look at what does this hold for us. Word, no, it's not there. I'm looking for an activity that could help me. A package that would help me work on Word. Yeah, this is it. I'm too sure. If you type in Word from your hand, you may not get UiPath Word activities. Let's give it a try, and even let's don't let me be too sure of my boast and boast in vain. So now from your hands, come to manage packages, go to all packages and type in Word and tell me the result. I will call at random to even see what's going on. Yeah, John Oshubu, you still have your hands up. Do you really mean it, or it's like you've forgotten?
Okay, sorry. No, I forgot to.
Oh, okay. You are leveraging on virtual system.
Okay, sir. I have UiPath.word.activity.
Yes, sir. I saw it, sir. I was
No
able to
problem,
read
no
it.
problem, no problem, no problem, no problem. I was just kidding. Yeah. Okay, Rachel, you said you have UiPath.
.word.activities.
Okay, you have it there. Okay. All right. Okay, good.
I have it here too, sir.
You have it there. Okay, good. Okay, that's okay then. That's okay. Do you
I have
have?
it.
Okay, good. All right. Okay. Now, do you have? Can you type in PDF? Just type in PDF, or you type UiPath.pdf.
Here I have it as well.
Okay. Have you worked on any PDF related activity before?
No, what I've done is on Gmail, on mail.
On mail. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, someone is.
I have it, sir. I have it.
You too have it. Okay.
Hello,
Can you
sir.
please
I
mute
have
your?
it, sir.
All right. Please let us check through our mics and see if we are not muted. Or I mute everyone from this side from my head.
Excuse us. Sorry to interrupt, sir.
Okay, John. Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yes, I'm with you.
Okay. I attempted using the PDF activities earlier today in the afternoon, and what I noticed is that when I install it, it will just install without.
Sorry,
When I install.
So there is a breakage. Sorry, like there is a breakage. I didn't get your question. There is a breakage somehow. I didn't hear what you said. I didn't get everything. Emmanuel Felix, I can't hear you again. Not again. Sorry. All right, John Ibrahim, I see your hands up.
Okay, I wanted to ask a question earlier on.
And okay, go ahead. Let's see if you can accommodate it. Yeah, go ahead.
While I was working with conditional statements using the flow chart, I had to validate some user input, and while validating it, I had to use some string methods. Like I had to convert user input to uppercase, and sometimes I had to slice a particular string. So my question is like, how do I get documentation on all these like these methods, like how to use the different methods that are applicable to each type and how to use them? Where can I get it? That's my question. Online.
Okay, yes. Let me reconstruct let me reconstruct so that I will be on the same page with you and so that others can as well. It looks like you want to do some things. Definitely, you are versatile in a language of a kind, which is not the language your UiPath Studio is using. And now you are having issues with running your programs.
Not really. I just want to know like where I can get the documentations on. Like if I want to work with a particular string.
Yes, like you want to maybe work on case sensitive and you know how to do it in other programs, but you can't find that here.
Okay, I can't find it here.
What I'm saying is that I'm asking. Sorry, the formal question.
I did find like to upper. There's dot
All
to
right.
upper. I use that to convert to uppercase, and I also did string slicing. I can't remember the method that it displayed, but I was just checking, and it popped up. So
Sorry,
I just use it like that. But I
Okay.
want to know where I can get the complete documentations on all these string
I
methods,
think
Tija and the
Mr.
rest.
Ebenezer,
Yeah, John.
I want to suggest. Have you tried checking docs.uipath.com?
No.
I think
Yeah.
there are documentations there
Okay.
on the yes docs.uipath.com.
Thank
I think if you search there, you might find what you need.
you. Okay. I would.
Does that help?
Yeah, I will do that. It helps.
All right.
Thank
All
you.
right. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. All right, Brian. Thank you. Rachel Osia, I see your hands up. Rachel.
Okay, sorry, sir. Thank you. Is it possible to upgrade to a higher version? I'm asking because I wanted to install Google Workspace. I'm a workspace administrator, so I wanted to install it, and there's an important one in here. This package version requires Studio 21.10 or higher. So this our own is 20.10. So is it possible to upgrade, or we have to buy the enterprise version?
Now the 2020.10 or 7, as the case may be, with I don't know the ones you're using. It's a free version. Now to upgrade, you will have to buy. You have to. That means you are going in the enterprise mode, so you have to buy. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You have to buy. John Aware is raising issues. I can. Yeah. Yes. I guess Abdullahi Abubakar wants us to check wants us to come back to class. I assume so. Yeah, and I assume the same with Etienne. Victor also wants to do that. In case that's not what you want to do, maybe you also want to ask questions. No, we would save it for let's save it for maybe like 30 minutes into the close of the class, and move and collaboratively solve those questions together. Just don't forget them. They are very useful. It's part of the content. Okay, please, it's part of the content. All right. So thank you, John Awe, for calling us to order based on our agreement. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So don't be intimidated, please. If you are just joining this class for the first time and you are hearing someone saying is trying to do something on flowchart, and then you are just thinking flowchart. What is this about? And like even since Ebenezer has been talking, he has not even mentioned anything about flowchart. That means these people, they must have done a lot before I came. No, just relax, relax. This is what is going on. We are in a library. We are operating a library system. Do you get? Such that in a way that we have training mode and we have schedule, and against this background, we also have opportunities to learn from different platforms, from other platforms like UiPath, websites, which is filled with plethora of materials. We have Coursera for those that can afford it. So, and no, because these courses are also these materials, they are equally free. So it stops no one from accessing them, including you if you are just joining. All right. So some persons, they have got the opportunity, they have seized their time to to look at these things, and they have gone that far ahead of us in this class. That's why. So don't be intimidated, and we encourage it. They are not. It's not as if they are just trying to sound big or ambiguous. No. We encourage that yeah, you all should go even beyond this class. And if next week you come to class, tell us you have done your associate exam and you have 89 and you have a 90. That's even score, even number. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, so we'll be very glad. All right, we will not take it that you are being proud. No, no, no. You are actually doing something that is very, very good. So we encourage people to go ahead of the class. That's why you are getting all that. All right, Shenwojo, you still have a question alongside this or something? I don't know. Okay, let me just hear you out and know what you want to tell us. Shenwojo.
Good afternoon, sir. I mean, good evening, sir.
Of course, it can still be afternoon. Don't worry. Good day.
good evening from this end.
Yeah.
Sir, I'm having a little, I'll say error, some programming error. So I've tried searching Google for solution. I couldn't get
Okay. Yeah. You are still with us, isn't it? Yes.
Yes.
Don't worry. Just would please. I may forget. But please don't forget to raise it. We are dedicating the tail part of today's class, of each class session, to resolving issues, question and answer, and all of that. Okay, so that we will not just be beating around the bush, and so that's why. So please kindly help to save that issue. Yes. Just save it. Do you get? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Abidemi Ajao, you should know the bank now. We are saving our problem somewhere. You don't want to save it.
Hello, sir.
Hello. Yes, Ajao.
Yeah. Good. Yes, sir. Yeah. Sorry, I'm battling with my network since when we started the class. So I could not see anything on my screen as to your illustrations. So I'm now accessing it through my mobile phone, sir. So, but I'm not seeing anything. I'm only seeing the names of people on the platform. Or is it that your screen is not showing?
Sorry about that.
Okay. That's what is showing. Just the names as well, though.
Just the name as okay. Let me check from my end. Thank you for calling my attention to that. Okay. All right. So you can lower your hands now. You can see my screen. Can you?
Yes.
All right. Okay, great. That also helped to mute your mic. All right, so I think we were talking about packages you leveraging on other resource. Need I say this that your package, when we talk about package, you are talking about activities being grouped into grouped together. For instance, the UiPath.word activities has a number of activities that have been packaged into this, and it means that you can do your automation in Word environment. That is Microsoft Word environment. Okay. If you don't have these, for instance, in your work, in your studio, you may not be able to automate or design anything around Word. It will not even go. It will not go anywhere. All right. So that's why I'm checking off. I want you to check this off. Okay. All right. So we're still on manage packages. Okay. Hall gives you this local official. You may not see all this on your own because you have not. There are some Perhaps some things you have not added. All right. Okay, so I want to show you, go to settings. That's under manage packages. If you go to settings, you'll see that you have a default package source. This default package source comes alongside installation of Studio. Okay. Now you have the user defined package source. All right, so like this one's, it's controlled by the user. So if you want to bring in a package, sorry. Okay, sorry. Now you see this plus, yeah, this plus icon. Let me lower this. Okay, this plus icon will help you add a package. Now I've clicked on it, and once you click on it, it gives you the option of the name and the source. Okay, the name, you can give it still class package. I'll call it class package. Okay, and then you can click on the this ellipse button, the 3 dots that you have here. Okay, so you select the folder. Just select folder, or if, I don't know, depending on your own device. And then when you are done with that, you can click add. Now you would notice that class package has been added to this. Okay, can click add. All right, then. Okay, I'm expecting the save button to be active. Also, the class package, there's no package found, so there are occasions in which you may also want to maybe have your automation, for instance, saved. Let's try this. Let's go to publish. Okay, it's called 14 June, but that's the name. Version, new version, publish option. This is to go to custom. You get field URL or local. Okay. Let me click on this folder. Let me click here. Select this folder. Okay, then publish it. Let me publish this publishing package. Project published successfully. And the location is here. It's here. And the version is 1.0.1. Of course, you can change the version. Okay, if I click on this, it should take me there to, all right, the June bot, the version, and the file name. All right, ending with new package file. Then let me okay this. Okay, don't forget what I did was I published what this workflow, what I have here is what I published. All right, now this time around it was not to orchestrator, it was not to just to a local place. All right, now let me look around for Okay, there are some things I still need to take you through as regards the interface. That's where we are. That's where we are still dwelling. All right. Okay. I'm going to manage packages. Let me see. I have something here. I'm looking for. Packages. What I'm looking for is I haven't saved my package. I want to reuse it, let's say in another project. Okay. Because that opportunity is there for you to reuse what you have done such that you don't have to create something fresh from the scratch. For instance, you have serviced a client on let's just cite a scenario on a robot that can scan all the receipts in PDF, scan all the receipts, the invoice, I mean, and then extract the information there, and then I have the information saved somewhere. Okay, so now another client has come to you. Is asking for is asking for another service that will involve you to, to use this kind of automation in its own service. So you don't need to go over, just now start building another automation to do that. You don't need to start building another robot to do that. So what you need to do is what you have done before, you can reuse it, and then you just add all that you need to add, and you move. Yeah, then you move on. Okay. Let me get this. I will spot it out. Okay, now that's about reusing existing workflow to to have yours and to have a speedy work. Okay, I remember that I was going to talk about the user experience because in our last class, yes, we demonstrated it. But for the new entrants, those that are just joining us, you may have a different interface and you are wondering, why is this interface, why is it different from what I'm seeing on screen? All right. So you have a modern, I have a modern uh, interface right now, but to switch, okay, let me go to, yeah, we still have a lot to do even in this place. Yeah, let me go back. You may not, maybe you didn't see that. All right, what I want to do is to change my interface to a classic interface. So I came to project settings, project panel, and I came to settings, project settings. All right, so I just came down to modern design experience. I want to switch it off. That means I'm moving from modern design experience to the other one, and the other one is the classic. The modern design experience has changed. Reload project to apply settings. Yes. Okay, so just watch this. Okay. Okay, you have, I don't know if you noticed any change. Okay. So the other time you could have seen this app web recorder. Now you are seeing recording. The other one, app web recorder, does not have a drop-down arrow, I suppose. Yeah. Then this is having a drop-down arrow for you to access other apps and web for real. Okay, so well, for me, sincerely, I'm okay with this classic interface. Sincerely, it's just like Windows. Okay, this is not the place to talk about if one Windows is good or better than the other, since we may have a divergent view, and that's not the reason why we are here. So don't let us talk about that. But somehow, as tech people that we have our preferences. Some will prefer even Windows 7 over 10. Some we have various views and all of that. All right. Okay, that something is advanced does not mean you enjoy it, and that's the reason why that option has also been provided for us to make our choice, okay, on what works best for us. All right, so for me, for reasons I cannot explain, I prefer this interface, the classic design experience. Okay. All right, so that's, if all this you will see, some of this you will see them demonstrated in past video, especially the one we had last on Friday. Yeah, that was last week. So if you are just joining, you can just look up to all those videos. We then, over there, we demonstrated basic, how basic will be used. I'm not going to go over it again. All right, so what I will do is to try and see how it works with, let's say, let's go to maybe web, no, for good reasons, to web. Yeah, let's try it with web and see how can record our web for you to see the powers of. Yeah. Yeah, I also remember something. We are still on features. Yeah, features. We are moving around. We have looked at some before, so that we will not be on the same spot. So we are looking at something different from what we have looked at. Now for web, let me have a website opened. All right. Good. Let me open this. Yeah, let me look at this. All right. Let me just leave it this way. Okay, I'll come back to the studio. All right, so sorry. Okay, let me take this out. It has served its purpose. Take this out. It has served its purpose. What do you want to use this for? Move it out. All right, so definitely we can change the annotation. All right, so now we want just to see, still just looking at the interface, features of Studio, recording, web. Before I got here, I had opened a web page. So I'm going to click on web. And then immediately I did that, it minimized Studio and brought these web recording windows for me. Okay, and then now if you let me look at those that we have in class. Does anyone bear a dafe in this class? Permit that pronunciation if that's not the way you call it. But EDAFE, I think I've seen that name before.
That's Edafe.
Edafe. Okay. All
That
right.
is one name, Urobo name.
Yoruba name. Sorry, I pronounced it with. I'm from Nigeria. Let me introduce myself. I'm from Nigeria. I'm from the southwest. I'm a Yoruba person with NAFDAC number. You say what?
Great. You're welcome to.
Okay. All right. So sorry for that pronunciation. I'm very sorry about that. All right. So now, what can you see on screen? Just to be sure, you are seeing my screen and you are in class. Oh, are you in a noisy environment? No, wait. Since I've heard Edapit's voice, I want him to please. Yeah, thank you. I don't know if that's Amarachi or Rachel. It sounds like one of the two. Okay, thank you. Okay, yeah. What do we have on the screen now? Can you please tell me?
Okay, you have this web recording.
Okay.
Web recording and
website. Okay. You can mute. You can mute your mic. Thank you. Okay, because we have a lot of things on the page now. I hope you are not engrossed with all those flashes. So we have web recording windows. We have save and exit button being grayed out. We have the record open browser, and we can see all the drop down arrows. If you click on each of them, you see all manners of things. Okay, if you click on record, for instance, it's going to begin to record all the actions, being done, all the click, type into, all those things. It will be recording them, and it will put them together to form a sequence in your studio. Let's start from let's start to record. Let's try it and see. Yeah, we just do something and then we come back. Right. All right, you notice everything is highlighted, the entire page. So it's going to capture this page. It's all right. It's telling me to indicate anchor. Let's read this together. The selected control doesn't have a reliable selector. Target can be identified more reliable by specifying a relative element anchor that has fixed attributes. All right. Please don't ever check this button. Just leave it like that. Don't check it. Don't say do not show again during this recording session. Please don't be so creative to check it. All right, indicate anchor. Let me go no. By choice, I want to go no. It's taking me back. Okay, indicate anchor for this. Okay, capture URL. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, sorry, sir. I just want to ask before you go further, sir. What
Okay.
was the thing you clicked before you got to this place?
Okay. Let me take it down completely. I don't want to
Because
keep it.
my network has been fluctuating, sir.
Okay. All right. I came to records. I came to web, and so okay. Now what I want to do is to is to open browser actually. So I came to open browser, and then yeah. Okay. So it captured the URL as it were. Yeah. And of course, what do we have there? We have empty field there. Let me type into this field. Let's see if they're going to afford me. At every point when you are getting your steps wrong, you can click on escape on your keyboard. Like I have pressed escape now. So this one wants me to click. So I'm clicking that spot. Let me just no. No. Now I was able to capture this long and short. In all that I did, I captured this, but I know that this will not do anything. So let me impute the address I want it to open.
Excuse me, sir. Is this this thing you did, is it the same thing as open browser, the activity panel?
Okay, yes. Now this is the recording feature. This is I want you to see how this works. Okay, so this is now. It was good you asked that question. All right, now this is the same thing that open browser will do. So this recording feature, it's like an alternative to using the the activities you have in the activities panel. For instance, if I get this off, including this, and I want to go by the way of activity, I want to open browser, open browser. Yeah, this open browser. All right, I don't know if you noticed the same thing. If you notice that we have the same thing here. All right, then I can impute my text, the address I actually want to. Let's say iMac w.imac academy tech. Yeah, I think I'm correct. Okay, so it's this browser is going to open iMac academy.tech. All right. Let me save and run it. All right. Have you seen it? Can you see that it has opened iMac Academy.tech?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. All
sir,
right. So okay. So
one thing, sir. Sorry, sir. I noticed that when I did this thing yesterday, it opened directly on my Microsoft Edge. That's Explorer.
all right.
But then, is there a way we can make like Chrome our default browser to open stuff from UiPath?
Okay, yeah, let me come in this way. You have your studio, then if you have installed Chrome extension, huh? Okay, so what you do is you come to this activity, open browser, come to properties, where we have properties panel. All right, are you still with me? Okay. All right, and there is a provision. Yeah, browser type. Have you seen browser type?
Yes, sir.
All right, I think something is still running. Okay, it's still running. That's why it's not fully activated. I can see that okay, all right, cannot communicate. Okay, all right, good. It's even showing this that I communicate with Internet Explorer browser. Okay, all right. Now, if you come to here to this place where we have browser type under input, check this. You can see Internet Explorer, Firefox, Chrome, Edge. Can you see it? All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes, sir. Okay. So yeah, you should, if you put in any of this, it's going to open with that browser. That is only if you have the extensions have been activated.
The extensions.
Yes, you have added the extensions. Do you get? All right. So if you don't, it will not. Okay. So I have for all this. Like you want for Chrome, you want it to open in Chrome. So let's try it. Let's try it. Why? The other time it opened in Edge. Okay. So this time around, let us have it open in Chrome. So I've changed my browser type to Chrome, browser type.chrome. All right. And then please mute your mic, please. Thank you. All right. Even all through my menu bar here, there is no Chrome. Can you see this?
Yes, sir.
All right. Can you see that there is no Chrome here?
Yes, sir.
I have Firefox, I have Edge, I have what's it called? Opera. Okay, so let's see what it will give us. Let's run it. And then we can draw our from what we will see now. Can you see Chrome come up? And can you see it open iMac Academy.tech?
Yes, sir.
That's right, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, great. So you can, that was possible because I've already added Chrome as an extension in UiPath Studio. Do you get? So there was a level of interaction that was able to put it from what you want it to run the way you want it to run. So it pulled Chrome from its hiding corners. No, don't restore. I don't know what I have here. And I may still want it, but then you can see this. That's what is important. Okay, so it brought it out. So we can, as we can open browser, we can have it click on home, click on anything until it gets to where you should register, maybe type in username and password. And then you can also do that with the use of credentials. Of course, that will be much later. Look at that later. And then it gets into the website. So the bot opens websites, even websites that have username, password, login details, and security. Once you have occasioned the credentials on your PC, then to recognize it. So it will not, by the time it's typing your password, it will not type it in a visible manner. It will just type it in an encrypted manner because already on your PC you have added credentials. So it will recognize it. All right, that's a talk for another time. All right, so it gets into a website and does whatever you want it to do. If you want it to scrape names, or if you want it to scrape the particular kind of data, don't forget it can only scrape structured data. All right, yeah, that is so that we don't give too much attention to that. Have we talked about data scraping in this class since we started?
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
All right, so we can look at that. We can look at that in a way.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. While you were using the recording feature the other time, then I think this anchor came up, and
Yeah.
while I was taking the test yesterday, I think about 4 different questions came up on the anchor, but I didn't get to understand what the anchor actually does. So could you please lay emphasis more on the anchor and how it functions?
Okay, yeah. Now, okay, let me quickly talk about that. Seeking permission from the class. Just to since myself, I went to that extent. We are not. That is not the real lesson to describe anchor. Anchor will be. In fact, I think it should be in the next class. Also, yeah. If not the next class, there should be in about 2 classes to this one. All right. So
okay, so sir, I can wait. Yeah, I can wait.
you can wait. I don't mind
Yes,
to
sir.
just
Yes, sir.
okay, all right.
No,
But let me
sir. I can wait.
okay, you know what to okay. All right then, but I'm tempted to even talk about it because I went there. If I did not go there, I would take it as something seriously strange. Yes. Now to put it straight, now for your robot to interact with your applications and with your web, with webs, permit me to put it that way, with web pages, applications, there are different elements that exist, on web page. For instance, this web page that is before us, this is an element. This phone number is an element. This is another one. Info at iMac Academy is another one. This one, this logo is another one, and it may be different from this depending on how it came in. If everything came in together, that means that's a single element altogether. Okay, and then it may be recognized as separate elements because one is graphics, one is text. All right, then home. Now all this, including, I don't know, everything. In fact, this blue bar, it's an element, a separate one. The fact that this one is embedded in this does not mean it will not recognize it as an element. This bar is an element. This frame from right from this place all through to this place, it's an element. So many things constitute your web page. All right. Now, when you are selecting an element, your robot wants an anchor. An anchor, that is something to make your selector reliable, such that, because we have some website and web pages that this info at iMac whatever may change. Do you understand? Something may change with the design. And then you have, like, for instance, you have GED right now. Okay, and you want to pick this. So how, and you can see it's changing now. So how will you specify that whenever your robot is running, it should be so particular about GED? That thing that will make your robot to be so particular about GED is called an anchor. Apart from selecting GED, it will ask you what other anchor. For instance, if the himacacademy.tech that is in this URL, for instance, you can select this, for instance, and then the anchor can be this padlock icon. Do you get? So anywhere it sees himacacademy.tech and it doesn't see this, it doesn't recognize it. But once it sees himacacademy.tech with this, it takes it as, oh, this is the selector. This is what has been selected, and it runs with it. So that's what anchor is about. So anchor is what makes your selector reliable, to simply put. And we have different kinds of anchors. We have the partial, full, selectors, I mean. Yeah, different types of selectors, partial, full, selectors. So we'll still look at it. Yeah. So just to, yeah, I don't know if you have
Sir,
the
please,
list.
I have a question.
Yeah, is it the same person now? Because I can't see the name.
No, it's another person.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So this anchor, I realized that if I am on a page, let's say a website, and let's say what I'm looking for is at the bottom of the web page or something. How do I scroll down?
Okay. I just use press function key F3. Yes, F3. Press it. Are you on it right now? Press F3. F3. What F3 will do is to help you to move the window to where you desire to go to without the movement being automated, being counted as part of the user action. Do you get?
Yes, sir.
All right. So press F3.
It's not doing anything, sir.
It's not. Okay, let me check it from this end. F3.
Hello, sir.
Is it F4? Yeah, hello.
I think it's F2, sir.
Is it F2? Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I think it's F2.
Okay, one of the function keys. So once you press the F2, thank you. Once you press F2, it will help you move your windows or whatever you are doing without having you automate that user action. It will not be included, and everything operates within 3 to 5 seconds. Yeah, I think it's within 5 seconds. Yeah, 5 seconds.
Yes, sir. I've seen it, sir. Thank you,
Great.
sir.
Okay, thank you. And
Yes, sir, is it just F2?
Yeah, it's just F2.
Roger.
Yeah, it's just F2. No other key is attached. Just F2. Okay, so all right. Okay, so let's move. Okay, we're here, still exploring, checking all these. Yeah, there is. All right. Okay, I was talking about screen scraping. Okay, let's try to screen scrape iMac Academy and see if it is possible to scrape it. Yeah. I want to see if it is possible to script it. Actually, it works with structured data, but do we have any structured data on imacacademy.tech? Let me look at it. Because whatever you want to do, you should be conversant with structured. So I will use UiPath block site or something. UiPath. Maybe blog. Oh, okay. Let me try blog. Yeah. Where's their blog now with this? Let's see what we can. We are just exploring. Okay, so let's now my Path Studio. Okay, all right. So if you come to screen scraping, all right, it brings you to a page. It is the same way take place if it is an application on your desktop. All right. So what do you want to? Now these are selectors, like what I mentioned the other time. This is all right. Even this, I want to select. All right, this can be an anchor. This drop down arrow, contact us, and all this. This can be an anchor for any of these. Okay. I want to let me scrape this chief information of it. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Now I'm going to minimize this. Can you read what we have under US CIOS pursuing faster digital infrastructure? What do we have under it? Okay,
Chief Information Officers.
Good.
For US states gathered.
Good. Okay, we are together then. Okay, and then next to it, what do we have next to it? Under industry solutions, we have better nursing employment benefits. All right. Is there anyone that is there anyone that bears Olumide? Is there anyone that bears Olumide? Okay. Then what do you have on the third column? Okay, is Theophilus here? Theophilus, I know there is Theophilus Saubom. Then okay. All right, no problem. Hello, good evening. Yeah.
Okay, can I go ahead with my question?
Question? No, I wanted you to.
Yes.
Okay, have you been raising your hand before?
Yes.
Really? That's a coincidence. Oh, this is Abidemi. I'm talking about. Oh, okay, Theophilus. I never knew you been raising your hand. I just asked at random. I wanted you to respond to something we are doing. No, what was your question?
Hold on, please.
Okay, thank you. So now, okay, good. All right, so now the third here, where I have my mouse, you have, can you read what is there?
How is you a part of emerging cybersecurity operations?
Okay. And then the smaller font text, discover automation security. Okay, so what we have here is what has been scripted into this place. Chief Information Officers for US states gathered last month at the 2002, whatever it is called, NASCIO Media, something. Okay, so that's what we have there. All right, screen scraping. All right. Of course, we'll still talk about that. So let me leave that just to show you how that works. Okay, so that is it. So everything that has been scraped, of course, is being as though captured from in form of screenshots, which you can see. There's a place for screenshots. Where is it now? Let me leave that. Okay, so all right, so now it's been captured, everything that I tend to scrape. So the same thing will happen if I want to scrape something bigger than that. And if I feel what I've scraped is so little, I can edit my selector. No. Let me indicate on screen. So it brings me back to that screen to ask for what if to like to give me more options of what I want to. Okay, I want something bigger. Let me see if it can scrape this. Let me see. Okay. And then you can come to our conclusion. If it scraped everything as it sees here, we can say, oh, truly, this thing scrapes data. If it doesn't, then we can say, oh, it doesn't. Okay. Then we look for a PDF. Do you have any PDF on my laptop now? All right, so over there from your hand, you can scrape PDF, an entire page or an aspect of your PDF, and it doesn't matter if it is the native or the other type of PDF, whether it is image, converted to PDF, or it is Word text converted to PDF. It doesn't matter. Now let me come back from there. Please, again, for your questions, don't forget that we agree that you should keep them. Okay. All right. That's about screen scraping. All right. So I want to touch this data scraping, see how it works. All right. I don't want it going to cancel. And this. Okay, the same results now, but we want to use different tool. And let's see how these tools work. UiPath Studio. Okay, data scraping this time around. All right, bring in the extract wizard windows. You can read all this. So what you should do is click next. It's simply asking you, what do you like? What do you want me to scrape? What do you want me to extract? All right, so now, like what the other guy, now talked about, I want to extract, it's actually below this point, but I can't access it. And if I try to access it, the whatever I do will be recognized as an action, and everything will be put together as what should obtain in my sequence. So I have to press F2 so that I can move. It gives me opportunity. Okay, so I can move, and then comes back to to simulation mode. All right, so I can now click on this. Now watch, I will click on Chief Information Officer and all of that. So select second element, and I'm going to select next. So I'll have to select something that looks like this, and this is the other one that looks like it. This one and this. Any of this, I can click on this, I can click on this. So when it sees that a pattern has been selected, then it will by itself read that you want to actually, extract all the data that takes this form. So I'm selecting that. Okay, extract data. I will call it blog information. Blog info. Do I want it to extract the URL? Yes. If I don't want it, I put it down. All right. URLs. I will call it URLs. URL. Okay. And then I click on next. Okay. So this is what we have as a result. Now, if you remember, this was the first thing. Do you remember we have this? It's still here. What we have here, everything we have here has been put here. All right, and this is the URL. Okay, everything we have in the second place, this place. All right, yeah, the better nursing employment, which is to address, okay, everything has been put here, and the URL included. Now, you notice, if you remember, I did not check this one, discover automation security. And what has happened? Even this one has been included. Why? Because the studio has recognized the pattern of information I wanted to extract. Even the ones I cannot see, the ones that are below this, all this, they have been included. They have been included. Even these ones. New Adobe, where is this new Adobe? If your goal is okay, yeah, it is. All right, so that's the way it runs. So well, you still have to keep exploring the interface. Definitely for some classes, we may not be able to exhaust the content. That's not an issue, but make effort to go beyond where we are. All right. So, like I told you, you have the liberal Yes, opportunity to explore many other channels of learning. All right, speed is important. Don't forget, if you are able to uh, pass your associate by next week, now that's an hypothetical time. Of course, you can make it a reality, and you are able to pass advance the following week. That's in 2 weeks' time. Look, we will celebrate you. We will not just celebrate you. What that means is that you can start your orientation immediately. You don't need to wait. You don't have to wait until when class has ended and then no. That means immediately you can start your orientation. That means all the benefits can start rolling in. It means that 3 months down the line, all that you have your what's it called now, your money reimbursed, you have the resources delivered to your hands, and then 3 months beyond that point, then it will be another story entirely. Okay, so speed is good, is welcome. All right, so we have questions that we have pushed to the tail end of this class. So can we have those questions? I did not put down the names. I did not, but I think the last person, I remember Abidemi, I remember Theophilus, I remember who else now? I can't recall others. But I'm very sorry, please. I'm very sorry. Okay, but if you are part of those that raised their hands and I have stylishly pushed you to, you can raise up your hands to again. Okay, I remember Abdullahi. Yeah, Rachel. Okay. So they always say women first or ladies first or something. So it's still going to be that principle we adopt now. Rachel first. Okay, Rachel.
Thank you, sir. So this calculator sequence, I try to change the values. There's open application calculator, do, then click 4 button. So I changed the first value to 9, second value, I changed it to 3, and I ran the program. And it was still doing calculation for 4 plus 4 equals 8. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I saved it.
Okay, you said you put 4 and what now?
No,
4.
There was just 4 plus 4. Yeah, there's click 4 button, there's click add button, then there's click 3 button, and the rest. So I changed the values from 4 to 9 and the other one to 3. Then I saved and run the program. But the automation was still doing 4 plus 4. Answer 8.
Okay. All right. I'll look at it. What? Sorry. Yeah, who's then Abdullahi, let me have your questions also.
Good day, sir.
Yeah, good day.
Yeah, sorry. So, at the end of lesson 3, that's the variables, there's a question there, which I tried answering, but I end up having error.
Okay.
Okay, the question is to build a workflow that swaps 2 numbers using a third variable. I ran through the steps, I got everything right, but at the end of the line, there's a using line activity, right line activity. I got hooked up there.
All right.
If you, I can share my screen to show you the what I did, and maybe you can correct me.
Okay. Noted. You have 2 key stuffs now. Okay, which one should I? Let me drop this. Oh, we have more hands up right now. Okay, I've noted. I've noted the. I think it was Abdullah that spoke, but that just finished speaking, I suppose. Okay, so Theophilus, what's your question?
All right. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
I just have two questions. The first one, can we extract data from a picture, like an image? Like if I take a picture of a document filled with text, is it possible to extract or use the screen scraping method to extract data from that image? That's one. Then secondly, I noticed the lesson notes are based on the classic design experience. I don't know if the UiPath exam, as the examination, if modern design experience will also be involved in the questions, because the user interface, like we all know, is quite different. For example, the scraping activities, or rather the recording activities, in the modern design experience, we just have the web and app recording, while in the classic I'm seeing basic desktop web, which is noted in the lesson notes. So I don't know whether we are supposed to know both of this design experience, like have good understanding about on both experience, because even there are some input methods that I saw in the modern design experience, like I'm seeing something like Chromium. Is it Chromium API? I can't really remember, but I'm not finding it in the lesson note, which is the classic design experience. So I don't know if we're supposed to have a good knowledge of both, and beyond just writing the exam and passing the exam. Is it, when it comes to working with the UI part, which of them is recommended? Which of them are we to use to actually get projects done? Those are my two questions.
Okay, yes. Now, well that can be answered in passing. Yes, familiarize yourself with the two uh, design experience. Call it design experiences. Okay, then because of course questions can come out from any angle. Now, for with respect to staging a project and hello, hello, oh, hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me?
We can hear you, sir.
Okay. I got a sound that sounds as if I'm no one.
Yeah, we can hear you, sir.
Okay, all right. Okay, so yes, you for work. Now the interface does not affect anything. Like if I switch from one to another, nothing has affected your data. Nothing has affected your project codes. Nothing has affected those things. These features are just like gateways for you to get some things achieved. That's what that's what these features are. The design experience is meant to do is now for like I want to open the web app recording feature. Also, I want you need to be very, very technical to use it in a way. I'm not saying this so that you get frightened. No, it will just be fine with you. You are okay. App web recorder. All right. So everything seems so.
No, we can't see your screen.
You can't see my screen. Oh, sorry.
Yes.
I'm so sorry. All right. Wow. Okay, so I've switched from. Hello, can you see my screen now? So I've switched from the
Yes,
other one,
yes, sir. You can see
the
it.
other one, classic to modern. Okay, yes, you have this record. So you have everything being like being compressed in a way. Now there is a button that should come up. I'm looking for. If I hit this. Okay, all right, you see the way, all right, just now you notice on this where we have user experience towards my extreme, that's my right top part of my screen, you will see our web recorder, a Windows, being opened. Can you see that? And then you will see user browser Chrome, latest article. Have you seen that? In the app web recorder. Okay. Yes. Hello. All right. If you come to that arrow, then you see all the get text. Type into, over click, double click, highlight, select item, check, uncheck, take screenshots. Okay. You can toggle view, see all these get text, type into, over, and now and other stuff. So that's more than. So I encourage you to check the two. Like the major difference now is just in this app recording and data scraping feature, maybe, and some other things. All right, but still familiarize yourself with it. But then it doesn't affect your project codes at all, at all. It doesn't change anything with the real thing. It doesn't at all. So for your clients, just feel free to use any of these. You are the developer, so you can use, if you like, you can use PowerPoint to design your graphics. If you like, you can use CorelDRAW. What is important is to have good outputs. Permit me to use that illustration. So, all right, sorry, I spent so much time with that. Oh, sorry. I'm supposed to stop this.
Hello, sir. I can't hear you.
Really? Hello? Hello?
I can hear you now, sir.
Okay, all right. So I don't know where you stopped hearing me. I don't know this last thing you heard. But what I think I said last was around that you can use any of these um, interface to do your work. It doesn't stop you. It doesn't affect anything at all.
Yeah, I got that. I got that, sir. So, what about the first question? Extracting data from pictures.
It's possible. It's possible. Very possible. I'm trying to get what's it called now? Now we have optical character recognition. That's OCR. You remember?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, it's part of what we have in the activities, and there's still a place. There's a session for it down the line. Now, let me use image. You're talking about image.
Yes, image.
Okay, let me look at. Yeah, let me change this experience. But I'm too sure because it's something that's been used over and over. So if it's possible, it is yes. As in, I'm saying it without blinking. I'm not doubting.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
All right. I think that could do for now. Probably in software class. There's no problem.
All right. If you have, what we have normally with PDF is the one in text that's converted to PDF. What would PDF? You can copy the text, but we have some like the ones that are scanned. You cannot. It's not that does not apply with it doesn't apply to the UiPath Studio. It will bring it out. You'll be shocked. Your scanned documents, receipt, invoices, whatever, ledger, anything it will scan it because AI has been built into it. So it will bring it, the exact data you want, it will bring it out. It will scan it out. Yeah. Okay, let me see other hands. I think you can put down your hands if you are done with. Okay, then John Ibrahim. Sorry, before John Ibrahim, Abdullahi Abubakar, have you? Abdullahi Abubakar.
Yes, I've asked my question already. I'm just waiting for answers.
Oh, okay. All right, then we ask now. Okay, John Ibrahim.
Okay, so, while you were explaining how you
I
were
can't
advising
tell you again.
how to. Hello?
Yeah, I can't tell you
Hello?
again. Yes, hello.
Yeah. You said something about writing the exams, then we go
Okay.
for the orientation. Then after 3 months, that's when the money will be for the exams will be reimbursed, like during the orientation.
Yes, I think that's what we have in the terms. Mr. Korede, are you here? Mr. Korede Kolawode. Yeah, I think yeah.
No, sir. From
I thought it
what we
was
were told, it's going to be reimbursed immediately after we pass
immediately
the
we
exams.
After you
pass
That
pass.
was
the
what
exam.
was said.
That's
Oh,
Yes.
what the CEO said.
So I'm giving you revised standard version. Sorry.
Okay.
That's okay. It's worth calling my attention to because there are two different things. All right, okay. I think maybe I'm mixing some things. I'm mixing them up somewhere. Just permit me. Pardon me, please. All right. So that's John Ibrahim. Ogunjimi Isaac. Ogunjimi Isaac.
Yes.
Sir, you noted my question.
I'm still looking at it. I'm just thinking through what could be responsible for. Yeah, really. Yeah, go ahead, Ogunjimi Ibrahim.
Okay, Isaac is Isaac.
Sorry, Ogunjimi Isaac. Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry.
thank you. Please, I just wanted to ask because I'm already liking the way the whole thing UI Studio is already working. But I just want to know, does it has a way whereby you, by the time you are building maybe a workflow, and you feel like maybe there are some advanced feature maybe that you can do with programming language, is there a way you can combine, I mean, the two to work together?
Yes, now, yes, you have you have UiPath Studio is a very robust stuff. In fact, I tell you, you have to go beyond this class and see many things that you could do. Because class will not even afford us to look at all those stuff. But the truth is, it can. Uh, you can inject, for instance, JavaScript. You can inject. You can use. There are some other external languages that that can work. Yeah, PowerShell, Python. You can use them. You can use them within this environment. Though the major the language upon which the whole thing was built and that it recognizes is VB.NET and C#. But it accepts other other languages. Do you get? Look at this. Inject JS script. Huh?
Yes, I got your point. Thank you.
Yeah, you can invoke PowerShell where whatever you want to do, it goes. Have I brought in that of no, I've not brought it in. But, okay. All right. So Rachel is on my neck seriously, and so why is your 4 plus 4 pushing you back? Why is still 4 plus 4 plus 4?
Hello, sir.
Yes. Hello, I'm with
Sorry.
you.
Yes, sir. Since it's 10 o'clock, we that don't have any question leave the class. Hello.
Okay, I'm with you, please. I'm with you, actually. Yeah, that means you have. What we'll do is let's let's look at it later. So I'm committing this to everyone. Let's look at this later. Let me hear Damilola. Sorry, it's past 10. I'll just hear your question and then we move. Then we call it a day. Yeah, Dami.
Okay, good evening, sir. My question is just very random. After our orientation, when we get the laptop and other gadgets, is it a personal something? Is it going to become a personal property or just something official to use and to be returned later?
I don't know if the CEO is here. I don't know if the MD is with us. They would have answered that question with people as though with much authority. That's what to say. Yeah.
I think you can ask on the Telegram chat.
But if I would give you my hand, to be sincere, it's not as if I don't have the answer, but I just want to. It's like maybe I just want to play safe. The point is, you are working with Grandida. Do you get? The instrument given to you is to further the visions of Grandida. You have become a member of Grandida. And so the equipment, the gadgets, it is Grandida's equipment, being given out to you to work with to achieve the goal of the company. You being a part of the company. Do you understand? Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yes, I do.
Okay. All right. So it is Grandida's property. Let me just put it straight. I will tell you why I said that. Maybe later also the management will be informed to stress that aspect, to stress it properly. Reason is when you work for a university, not as a contractor, but as let me say as a lecturer, for instance, and then the university commits a laptop to you as an HOD. That laptop is with you as an HOD as long as you are the HOD. Immediately you are out of your HODship, that laptop should get out of your hand. Ideal state. I'm not talking about some other ideal state, except the department now felt, okay, well, you have done this, you have done that, and what do you want to use the laptop for in the first place? Okay, just pay a token or go with it based on whatever, and they will still write a letter even to support it, not just to be verbally communicated, because that does not show it doesn't show stewardship. Yeah, so it's granted as that's just the answer. Oh yeah, that's just the answer. Yeah, but you know what? If the management of Grandina now feels they want to give you fine, so that means you should just pull down whatever I'm saying and take it off. Is that okay? All right, so I will find out. Yeah. Oh, I don't know if Mr. Gabriel or Mr. Victor is here. I don't know. Okay, they are not here. All right, no problem. But I'll get back to you. Yep.
Yes, sir, I have a question.
Wow.
I realized that some people are actually studying at their own pace, and I would like to do the same. But I don't know how they are going about it. Is it the lecture notes?
Okay, Kingsley, good question. Open-minded person. Thank you. Yeah.
It's Joseph.
You say what?
It's Joseph.
Oh,
Joe.
it's Joseph. Oh, Joe. All right. Now, let this be the last question, please. Moji, you're also raising your hand, and Rachel gave us some considerations actually. So, okay, Joe, they are simply leveraging on existing materials from UiPath. Then they are consulting what's it called now? The PDFs that we have on the website. Do you know? Have you registered and do you have access to our website, imacacademy.tech?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, and you have login details. So you have PDF materials, student handbook. Now again.
Yes, sir, I have all that.
Okay, you have all that. All right. Again, you have apart from that material, you also have UiPath website that you can consult. It's free, and the links. Let me push the links to you. Let me push the link. I'll push it to the chat box now. So they are using the links, and people, because it's information age, people have diverse ways of getting whatever they want. So I don't know the exact pattern. They are simply, I suppose they are simply searching for materials that will help them. But the moment I'll push that to you and okay, so we'll be closing on this so that we don't take
Wait, did I finish now too? My FS don't want to be me.
all right, I've sent a link to you. That's for associate training. So it could be, that could be a okay, somebody muted me. So, okay, now, so let's call it a day. Those that are muting me, they are saying that I should shut down my system. They are being also being careful and watchful. They want me to go to bed and end my day well. All right, so thank you for your assistance.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so
Thank
please,
you, sir.
thank you so much for your considerations. Dami, we'll see you later. Bunjimi, Moji,
Sir. Good night, sir.
Kingsley,
Thank you
Joe.
very much,
Good
sir.
night.
Good night, sir.
Okay, all right, good night. Thank you. Good night, yeah, thank you.
All right, good night, sir.
Thank you so much.
Good night, sir.
Good night, thank you.
Good night, sir.
Good
night.
Good night, yeah.
Good night, sir.
Yes, greetings to your family.
Good night. Thank you.
Thank you.